It's been a long day, 24 hours. A lot of it in prayer and meditation and standing and sitting and searching. I think we all feel tired, perhaps even exhausted, hungry. And yet, doesn't get better than this. To be in community, in touch, connected to our soul, to Torah, to tradition, to God. It's very profound. And I hope we have all feel the same way, that we have achieved a profound sense of oneness as a community. We have journeyed not just through this day, but through all the days that came before Slichot and Rosh Hashanah. And we've done this together, and we've done a lot of introspection and soul searching. We've opened our hearts. We poured out our hearts. We confessed, we pleaded, we prayed. We have tried to give expression to our fears and anxieties, to our remorse and regrets, also to our deep aspiration to be better and to be more whole. As we come closer to Neilah and the closing of this Yom Kippur, there's exhaustion, but there's a feeling, a nascent feeling of joy, a nascent feeling of light, a nascent feeling of opportunity, even as these doors of Yom Kippur close. We will open another door, hopefully a big door, please God, to hope for a better year, a year of possibility and renewal. We know that real and lasting change won't happen overnight or magically. We've prayed a lot of beautiful words, a lot of beautiful thoughts and visions. And we have also, I think, aspired to transform ourselves. But that change won't happen magically or overnight. It's a long path that will require that we stay engaged in this work. It will require commitment and hard work and resilience. And so we ask at this time, as we come to Neilah, have we really made tshuva? Are we returning somewhere? Are we returning home? Or perhaps to a new place in the soul? Have we achieved reconciliation? Will we be able to open a new page? Will we live differently than we have lived until now? Or will we return to the same way we were yesterday at 6:14? Was a new possibility, a new hope of wholeness born in us? These are the questions, at least I sit with or stand with at this time of Neilah. I'm sure many of you share the same questions. Is it possible to change? Will I find home, my way home? So before We start with Neila, one more story. It's been a lot of wonderful stories. So one more story. This is from Honey from the Rock, Rabbi Larry Kushner. He says that one of the most important people in the Torah remains nameless. His name, if indeed he has one, is subservient to the task he was sent to perform. He is known only by his deed, sent by the Most High from another world to alter the course of this one. He is literally Deus ex machina, a divine one whose presence in the plot is awkwardly contrived. Some uninvited guest whose only function is to do one thing and then never to be heard from again. Perhaps he had an elaborate and full life, a constellation of intricate and interlocking relationships. But so far as the Holy One is concerned, he had but one moment, one task, pressed into God's service, who knows, perhaps against his will or even without his knowledge. A messenger who does not know he is a messenger. An actor with a one-line walk-on part, unnamed in the program. The Torah calls him Ish, someone. Yet without him, the children of Israel would never have stayed in Egypt, never have been freed, never crossed the sea, indeed, never have come into being as a people. In the final chapters of Bereshit, of Genesis, we read in the Joseph saga of a favored and spoiled son, a boy whose bragging and dreams earned him the wrath of his brothers, who sold him to a caravan bound for Egypt and what they hoped would be oblivion. A boy whose gift as a dream interpreter set him second only to Pharaoh himself. A boy who acquired such power that he was able to manipulate his 11 brothers and his father into coming down to Egypt and ultimately settling there. Clearly, the Torah means to teach us that it is all the doing of the Holy One. Event after event has the unmistakable mark of divine contrivance. But of all the scenes chronicling our descent into Egypt, none seems more superfluous and dramatically unnecessary than the scene in Shechem. Yosef's father, Yaakov, sent him to find out how things are going with his brothers, whom they both believe are tending the flocks in Shechem. But when Yosef arrives there, they have already left. And we read, and the man came upon him wandering in the fields. The man asked him, "What are you looking for?" He answered, "I am looking for my brothers. Could you tell me where they are pasturing?" The man said, "They have gone from here, for I heard them say, 'Let us go to Dothan.'" The Ramban teaches that the man was a messenger, and that this odd scene has not been for nothing. Indeed, were it not for the man who happened to find Yosef wandering in the fields, he would have returned home, never sold into slavery, never brought his family down to Egypt. The Jewish people would have never become slaves, and indeed, there could have been no Jewish people at all. We are only Ish, someone, no more and no less than the unnamed stranger of the empty pastures of Shechem, without whose one line, I heard them say, "Let us go to Dothan," the Holy One's intention could not be realized. We are only Ish or Isha, just someone who happens to be here. And so we understand that ordinary people are messengers of the Most High. They go about their tasks in holy anonymity, often even unknown to themselves. Yet, if they had not been there, if they had not said what they said or did what they did, it would not be the way it is now. We would not be the way we are now. Never forget that you too, yourself, are a messenger. We have journeyed spiritually together for the last 10 days, through these 24 hours plus now of Yom Kippur. And now we're just about 1 hour and 2 minutes from the closing of the gates. At the beginning on the first day of Rosh Hashanah, the question was, Ayeka, where are you? Where am I? Now at Ne'ilah, as Becca reminded us, the question shifts. The question is, Ma anu, ma chayenu? Ma ani, ma chayai? Who? What am I? What is my life? Why am I here? As the man asked Yosef, what are you looking for? That's the question of Ne'ilah. What am I? What is my life? Why am I here? What am I looking for? I am a messenger. We're all messengers. But what is my mission? What is your mission? What is the purpose of my life? What is my particular service in this world? A pasuk in the book of Devarim says, Ve'ata Yisrael, Ma Adonai Elohecha shoel me'imach. And now, Ve'ata, now, Israel, all Jews, every one of us, what does Adonai, our God, ask of us, of you? The Slonim Rabbi teaches on this verse. What does Adonai ask of you in particular? It's in the singular. Ma Adonai Elohecha shoel me'imach, or me'imcha, of you in particular. And he says, the Slonim Rebbe, since the day the first Adam was created, each person is unique and unlike anyone else. And the person cannot fulfill what another person is to fulfill in this world. It follows that each person has their own shlichut, a distinct purpose for which they were sent into this world. And no one else can fulfill what that person was sent to fulfill. The beginning of all service is discovering for what particular purpose one was sent to this world. Ma ani u'ma chayai. What am I and what is my life? In this respect, said the Slonim Rebbe, idolatry in Hebrew, avodah zarah, literally alien service. Avodah, service. Zarah, alien. Alien service is the service that is alien to that particular person. Indeed, it is possible for a person to serve God all their life, even for them to achieve great things, and yet never to fulfill the mission for which one came to this world. Never to have truly responded to what does Adonai, your God, ask of you in particular. Like an Yiddish proverb says, if I try to be like you, who will be like me? And that's what we're here to find out. What is it to be like me? What is it to be the me who is on a mission from the Holy One in this world to do just the thing that I alone can do in particular? And the same with which each one of us here. Ma ani u'ma chayai. What is my life? What is the purpose of my life? What am I doing here? And if we can come a little closer to the answer to that question, or even to begin to touch the question so as to continue in the days and weeks and months that follow to begin to answer with our lives that question. This day of Yom Kippur and these 10 days of Teshuvah would have not been for naught and would have been for something really precious for each one of us. Rabbi Menachem Mendel of Kotsk said it this way: if I am I because I am I, and you are you because you are you, then I am I and you are you. But if I am I because you are you, and you are you because I am I, then I am not I, and you are not you. You want me to say it again? Now listen. If I am I because I am I, and you are you because you are you, then I am I, and you are you. But if I am I because you are you, and you are you because I am I, then I am not I, and you are not you. And that's what we're here to find out. Who is I? Each one of us. Not to do the work of somebody else. Not to be jealous of somebody else's place in the world. But to find our own service. The purpose for which we are here. And that's the tshuva, the big tshuva. Of course, the big tshuva is about repenting for our mistakes and transgressions. And asking for forgiveness and trying to be better. But the great tshuva is the answer that the Ish asked Yosef. What are you doing here? What are you looking for? What are we looking for? Ma ani u'ma chayai. What am I and what is my life? That's the great tshuva. To try to come closer to our particular purpose. It's not easy to discern our particular purpose in the world at any given time. But there are moments when a deep and honest sense of who we are awakens. And we feel a pull into the path of our own purpose. And now we have 55 minutes. And I'm not saying it as a joke, I'm saying seriously, to find, to feel, to open ourselves up so wide in our heart that we can feel that pull. The pull to the path of our own purpose. The beginning of the pull. Because then we're going to have to work on it for days and weeks and months. And search again. But just to feel that something awakens in us at this moment would be glorious for each one of us, because it would be an answer of our work of teshuvah. So I hope this day of Yom Kippur, our fasting, our effort, our inner searching, our prayers, and the pouring out of our souls has brought us just a little closer. And perhaps in the days ahead, these Yamim Noraim will continue to resonate within us. Not to stay in the background or in the past. To carry these Yamim Noraim with us. It's not finished, the gate's closed. But the Roshem, the impression in the heart, the mark of all these prayers, of all this experience, of the last day, of the last 10 days, all that stays with us. And it's like slow release. It walks with us and lives with us. These Yamim Noraim have to live with us and keep resonating with a question. Ma anu u'ma chayenu. What are we and what is our life? Ma ani u'ma chayai. What am I and what is my life? And what am I looking for? And hopefully we will become closer and closer to our true selves. Find out what is it that we're doing in this world. And find out what is our true purpose. To serve God and each other and humanity as well.